Have you noticed the modern life somehow manages to keep people permanently tired without ever fully stopping them? That's impressive, not healthy, not humane, but impressive. People are exhausted, but not enough to stop producing. Anxious, but not enough to shut the system down. Distracted, but still functional. Broke, but still paying. That balance is almost too perfect, which is why maybe we should stop pretending it's accidental. The average person is carrying far more than a human nervous system was ever meant to carry. Work pressure, financial pressure, digital overload, administrative nonsense, fear campaigns, social comparison, constant stimulation, and then society acts confused about why everyone feels fried. Really? You create an environment designed to consume attention, fragment peace, amplify insecurity, and turn survival into a full-time mental burden. And then you're surprised people are tired. Come on, exhaustion is useful to the system. That's why it matters. A well-rested person with time to think is more likely to notice things, more likely to question contradictions, more likely to ask where their energy is going, and why so much of it seems to end up serving structures they don't control. An exhausted person does not do that very often. An exhausted person wants relief. That makes them easier to guide, easier to distract, easier to sell to, easier to manage. That's what modern culture has perfected, not freedom. Manage depletion. People are drained by the thing, then offered products to help them survive the draining caused by the thing. Your attention gets wrecked, here's an app. Your sleep gets ruined, here's a supplement. Your stress goes through the roof, here's a subscription. Your life becomes unbearable, here's content. Brilliant. The machine injures you, then monetizes the coping mechanism. And because the relief is temporary, you keep coming back. That's the loop. The goal is not to restore you fully. If you were fully restored, you might become dangerous to the structure. You might think clearly. You might make big changes. You might stop feeding the machine unnecessary attention. So instead, you get just enough recovery to remain useful. That's the sweet spot. Not alive enough to become fully free. Not dead enough to collapse. Just operational. That should disturb you. Because it means exhaustion isn't merely personal, it's structural. People love individual explanations for collective distress. You're bad at time management. You need better boundaries. You need self-care. Sometimes, sure, but when millions of people are showing the same symptoms inside the same kind of environment, maybe the environment deserves some blame. Maybe the issue isn't that everyone suddenly became fragile. Maybe the issue is that the system is organized in a way that constantly drains human beings while pretending the drainage is normal. That seems more likely. And once you admit that, your tiredness starts meaning something different. It stops being evidence of personal failure. It starts looking like information, a signal, a warning, a sign that too much of your life is being extracted. Time, attention, energy, emotion, hope. The system takes all of it if you let it. And the darker truth is that it would prefer you to be too tired to fully notice. That's why distraction is everywhere. That's why noise is constant. That's why genuine stillness feels almost rebellious now. Stillness lets people think. Thinking leads to patterns. Patterns lead to questions. Questions threaten the arrangement. So instead, people are kept moving, always coping, always one more task away from reflection. And that is not a coincidence. A civilization that profits from your exhaustion has no interest in your full restoration, only in your continued functionality. That is why reclaiming your energy matters so much, not just for health, but perception. Because clarity requires energy, awareness requires space, and systems built on extraction hate people who begin protecting both. The moment you stop admiring burnout, the moment you stop romanticizing depletion, the moment you stop calling exhaustion maturity, the whole script starts sounding ridiculous. Good. It should, because living in a state of permanent depletion is not proof that you are doing life correctly. It may just mean the machine is getting exactly what it wants from you.